Okay guys, flannel out. It's after Thanksgiving. Today we're gonna talk about the 10 best things to get a gun guy. All of us have that guy or gun guy in your family, whether it's your uncle, brother, son, whatever, who knows. And you oftentimes are like, what the heck do I get them? So today we're gonna answer that. So first off, gun guys, they like guns. So if you have money, go ahead and get them a gun. There's no such thing as too much guns. I've never heard anybody in the gun community say, darn, you know what? I have too many AR-15s. Nope, nobody ever says that. So, or, oh man, another Glock? I don't need another Glock. Nope. Even if we already have it, even if it's a junkie gun, even if it's some stupid snub-nosed revolver, you get it to a gun guy, he's gonna be cool. Heck, even if you go grab one of these C9s, which is a genuine piece of crap, even that thing's not too bad. Okay, obviously there's a specific gun he's been talking about, and if you have the money, you know, there's some caveats there. If you don't have the money, then okay, let's move on. Okay, the second thing you can get a gun guy is ammunition. You know, you can 9mm, 223, 5.56, cannot go wrong with any of those calibers. Go grab a box or two of those, give it to the gun guy that you know, and he'll be happy because it's something that he'll use eventually. Okay, next two categories are gonna fit into like firearms tools and then firearms kind of novelty, kind of cool things. So for me, I like tools because I reload. But if, you know, they're not super into reloading, maybe you jump to that novelty section. But anyway, so number 3 on my list is tools that are kind of cool to have as a gun guy, but that you probably don't actually have. I mean, I've been doing YouTube crap for like 3 years. And for example, I don't have a barrel scope. Like, how do I not have a barrel scope? Like, I should probably have a barrel scope. And the gun guy, you know, probably doesn't have a barrel scope, but even if he's not really that into guns, he'd like to get that thing, you know, look at his barrel, like, oh wow, look, you know, this thing's a piece of junk, or, you know, it's kind of cool. So that's why I say kind of a barrel scope or some kind of specialty tool like that is useful, but not very many people have, so you can't really go wrong getting it to them. Or like another thing, I put number 4 on my list, like a trigger pull meter. You know, it's kind of cool to see what your trigger pull is like. If a guy's into guns and reloading, get him a trigger pull meter because he'll use it. Okay, the next thing is kind of, there's some like a gun multi-tool or kind of a range kind of tool. I'll put a picture of one. I cannot link anything, even if it's firearm related whatsoever. YouTube says, no. But anyway, something like this. These multi-tools are kind of cool, or something to throw in a range bag or whatever. So, okay, so this next category are like kind of cool novelty things that not too many gun guys have, but are kind of cool and you can't really ever go wrong with it. But if you can get some of those more useful things, do those first, but if you don't know anything about that, then you can never go wrong with one of these. So the first one on the list are goat guns. Now, I would show you mine that I have, but it's sitting on my desk at work. I totally forgot to bring it home today for this video. I'll put a picture of what they look like. They're pretty much just little, I really wish I had it. It's just a little like gun that you can stick on your desk at work or in your office, and they come in various different sizes. They're like 40, 50 bucks. All they do is make you want to go play with a real gun, but honestly, they're kind of cool. So, yeah, go get one of those. Okay, other cool novelty kind of items are like gun lighters. You know, those are always kind of cool. You can never go wrong with something like that. Or gun pens. You know, you can use those. They're kind of useful. And any kind of cool thing that fits in this novelty list. Like I ran into this tank made out of brass casing. That's kind of cool. You could do something like that. They make shot glasses with like a bullet in them. That's kind of cool. Even if you don't drink alcohol, that's kind of cool. So you can do something like that. So after all these different things, I put as the next thing on the list are other kind of cool things, but they're a little more expensive. So like targets or like this Mantis shooting system. It helps you train dry fire, you can train your house, train the winter. It does all sorts of analysis when you're drawing your gun, how steady you are. It's pretty cool. I honestly don't own one because it's a little bit pricey. It's on my list of things to get eventually, but the odds are the gun guy that you know probably doesn't have one unless he's like crazy into guns. So, you know, maybe go grab that if you have a little bit more money to throw around. But okay, the last thing I put on my list are magazines. Honestly, the gun guy is probably going to have plenty of those lying around, but hey, you know, you can never get too many. Like an AR-15 mag, like I already have like 2 dozen of those lying around, but hey, if you get me like another one or another 2, I'll use it, you know. Or if you know, and the tricky part of the magazines is they can kind of get specific once you get out of like the AR-15 style, so don't go buy a bunch of Glock mags for a guy that doesn't own a Glock. Okay guys, so that is my list of things to get a gun guy. If you have any cool things you would like, or hint to your spouse or significant other or friends, whatever, put it in the comment section below, and then tell them to come watch this video. Things that I would stay away from for gun guys, there's not too much, honestly, but like things that you know that they're probably already going to have, you know, like a gun cleaning kit. Okay, if you have a gun, don't get them a gun cleaning kit because they already have one. Now, if it's somebody who just got into them, sure, maybe it's a good one, but for the most part, they're probably already going to have one. Stay away from are like specific accessories. Because sometimes people don't really like those. Like you can get them something specific for a gun, like a red dot that they're gonna hate, or you're gonna get them a weird Chinese light, you know, or something that they're not gonna like. Okay, the other list of things are just cheap Chinese crap. If you found it on Temu, Wish, AliExpress, and it was really cheap, I'd stay away from getting anything from that because it's just going to fall apart on the range. The last thing to stay away from are like other gun specific things like holsters. Don't go buy a holster or an inside the waistband holster or something like that. What if they don't have that gun, or what if it's a different light, or what if they want one with an optic cut? So anything specific like that, you're just going to want to stay away from, because they might be like, oh, cool, thank you, and then stick it in a box and never touch it or sell it or something like that. So that's my list of things to stay away from. Okay, guys, so go buy a bunch of cool stuff for the gun guy that you know. And if you have any other thoughts or suggestions on other things you get, please feel free to throw it in the comment section below. I would link some of these things, but YouTube hates the Second Amendment. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Oh, yeah?